Hello, 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 you fantastic humans. Emily here, stopping in just to tell you all how fucking amazing you are. I am recording this intro just a few days after the episode 50 live stream party, and I just need you guys to know that that was so incredibly fun and gratifying, like just to know that you guys actually enjoy us enough to hang out with us in real time, and that just you're just amazing. We could not ask for better listeners, fans, and friends. You guys are amazing, and we're super happy to have you in our Discord, on our social media, in our streams, and in our Patreon. One of the other really cool things about, the episode 50, the stream party thing, we released our $25 Patreon tier during that. And some of you guys went and immediately signed up for it. And that was just absolutely amazing. So amazing, in fact, that today, as of this recording, we met our Hacky Sack Heroes goal. So we are now going to be bringing Hacky Sack Heroes to our Patreon listeners on a bi-monthly basis, twice a month. I think that's what that means. Yes. So you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. If you aren't familiar, if you haven't had a chance to look, the $25 tier, also called the Pools of Paradise tier, includes all of the benefits from all of our other tiers, as well as you'll get a custom designed STF t-shirt twice a year and a 20% discount on all merch once we open the store, which we are only about $75 away from our store goal. So if you were thinking about becoming a Patreon, we have $2, $5, $10, and now $25 tiers. So we're so grateful for any and all support that we can get from you guys. Even, just sharing the love. Those reviews that we've recently gotten have been so amazing. You guys, I can literally just sit here and gush about how fantastic you are, but I won't continue to do so because you want to listen to the next episode. So I'll let you listen to the next episode. But before I go, just know you all are so amazing. Thanks for everything. Now, please enjoy episode 51, Zeno Limit.
I come from a long line of not toddling. I better shut the fuck up. I'm gonna take my shirt off. You're gonna get fucked up.
What is happening?
All right, so much. We're at already a minute and 38 counting here.
We're already in the episode. Hey guys, welcome to episode 51.
Guys, yeah,
we didn't get our silence.
Yeah, let's go with it. Yep. We'll just fade it in. Here we are, guys, episode 51. We did 50 episodes. All of our professionalism has gone out the window.
Yeah, it's all
You're either with us
here.
or you aren't,
Oh,
episode
God.
51. How you guys doing tonight?
Better now that Skralen's dead, I guess.
That's very accurate.
Yeah.
Fuck that hoe.
I'm good. I'm pretty good.
Good?
Yeah.
Is everybody feeling healthy today? Like, I feel like the last time we've played, at least one of you has been sick for like quite a string of episodes. I know,
Well-
Josh, you were under the weather for a little bit.
Yeah.
Heath was under the weather for a little bit. Are you guys healthy? Do we need to
good.
worry? Are you guys dying?
I'm more
Sound
healthy
of
than
mind?
normal.
We're all dying a little.
Are your
man.
humors all aligned?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I live my life on a quarter mile at a time.
Oh my God! Now I'm dying. Now I'm officially dead.
Officially dead.
I measure
Thanks,
my
I
life
hate
in coffee spoons and
Well,
cigarettes.
officially dead is also a status that could be applied to Skraylen because you guys have taken out all the shit at Third Eye Salvage, but now you have Third Eye Salvage at your
Disposal?
pleasure. Yeah.
So the first thing I want to do is double tap that trident and get some light going, so I can actually see what's going on.
Yeah, that's probably a wise.
It's just
Straight
like,
flashlight it. Just,
yeah. I was going to say a tuning
well,
fork.
Yeah,
you know?
tick, tick. I mean, I don't know. Like, what's the command word? Orin doesn't know anything about this trident. He just
How do I get this thing
Alright,
on?
there's like a button right under the bottom of the prongs.
And he tries to feel around in the dark. I think I found it.
It's like a
Three little
grandparents
candlelights come
fiddling
up,
with
you
your
know?
remote, with your TV remote.
Yeah,
just banging
yeah.
on it. I don't understand. No, so Orin does finally get the light on, and I'm going to put the rest of you in this tiny ass room. Like, I'm going to put you all on Ziva's square just so you can actually see the art of the room.
Wow, that is a tiny room.
So the steep set of stairs that like really caused you guys a lot of trouble this last episode, it descends to a 15-foot square chamber. The droning of an air purifier keeps this atmosphere fresh. A computer terminal, a bed dressed in thick blankets, a steel foot locker, and a couch create a cozy space that contrasts the disorganized status of the scrapyard above. However, the coziness is a little bit undermined as you see Hashchir unconscious in a collar and manacles on this cot.
But
With
not
a
dead.
dead asparagus next to him.
Yeah.
Well, that's I think that's like just good decor. you
That's
know?
part of
Yeah.
part of the charm.
Yeah.
That's certainly added to the ambiance of this room.
Well, he's part
Okay.
of the room now, so we're leaving him, right?
So, no, I think
loot the
Orin
body,
would
then leave
feel
him.
compelled to actually like check on Hash. Like he can't do anything
Yeah.
about the collar, but he like, can I do like a
Well,
medicine check or something to see what kind of status he's in?
don't forget that on the data pad that you found on Grassilix, the Reptoid, he had an app that was indeed controlling the consciousness collar.
Okay.
So don't forget about that. However,
I don't know who has that data pad.
I assume
Fell.
Phil.
Probably fell.
Let's just go
yeah,
with that.
Fel was the one that was there fighting Grassilix, while Zeno and Ziva were trying to get into the hallway because you guys just like to sleep in different places. It's fine. It's cool. But it
Phil
causes a lot of
snores.
problems. that is now canon. That this is why you guys split up so much.
No, because if we end up in a survival type thing and fell snoring, will draw stuff to us. No.
Well, there's ways to just get a pat.
You need a CPAP, dog.
Yeah.
CPAP.
Yeah, man.
Fine.
I mean, it's a
Gotcha.
Starfinder. You can definitely get you a CPAP machine.
I mean, the CPAP will be like a microchip or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
He could,
totally.
Phil could probably like tell his AI to make him stop snoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just have like
He just does it to
embedded-
fuck with us.
I was
They
about to
sound like
say, the most
embedded nasal
cybernetically
strips.
enhanced out of all of us. I mean, aside
Yeah.
Fell
from...
just didn't feel comfortable with the poop tubes, man.
That's what it
That's
is.
what it was. That's what.
That's
Let's
all
be
that it
real.
was.
So yeah, Orin will look over and say, "Fella, can you do something about this collar?"
Yeah. Hey, sorry. Hang on. And what do I need to roll computers or something, or just be?
You can roll computers or engineering, your choice.
Can anyone aid?
I was just about to say, hey,
I can aid engineering.
Yeah.
we're all aiding.
I too.
I too will.
I don't know. No, I have a 2. I don't. No. I'm not even trained. I can't.
Oh, you can't do it then.
I can't aid.
Engineering, you have to be trained in. to
Right.
even use. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
All right,
never
so that's
mind.
2
I don't
aids.
aid.
Oh, you're not trained in engineering either? All right, so we got 1 aid from Zeno. What about Mike?
Yeah, I aid. I got a 17.
Okay, all right. So, Fel, you're going to get a +4 to your engineering roll, which you're certainly not going to need. I don't think.
So I'm doing computers, but does a 38 get it?
No, you're not doing computers because the two people that aided you in engineering.
Jeez, thanks, guys. Then fine. Does a 36 get it?
Not?
I think the 36 will get it regardless.
Yeah.
I do not want AIDS.
Too late. You got him.
Wow.
Okay,
Ladies
well.
and gentlemen, welcome to the
get it, Adam?
Giggly Ep.
Yes, Josh, a 36 does get it, as Fel is able to easily access the app and know exactly what to do. In the collar, it feels like that should be a computer's check. It really does, but
I just feel like it's like Fel just grabs the tablet and like I don't
Presses
see
the
the
button.
app. I don't. Oh
it's
yeah,
like
there's a second page. He just swipes over and it's like, there it is. Boop, collar pops off.
yeah, there you go.
It's
Love
like
it.
he hits the heart button instead of swiping right, you know?
No.
So you're able to disarm the collar, and as it falls off, you see that the collar is lined on the inside with a bunch of needles.
Oh, shit.
And so the collar deactivates, but Hashishir is still unconscious.
Okay, I have one more spell slot, and I will use it to give him a little mystic cure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you heal him, and you see the bruises on his head and torso heal, but he does not become conscious.
Do we know how this thing works?
No, you do not.
Can I ask?
Is he stable?
He's not dying. He's just unconscious, you know.
Zeus is gonna say, Zeno, have you ever seen a contraption like this? What has it done to him?
Because I was thinking, okay, either inspect him or inspect the device.
Well, yeah, that would be a different
Can I do
role.
a medicine check or
Sure,
something?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to aid with a medicine check.
I would also like to aid.
Are
I
you
can do
trained?
that.
Are you trained?
Are you trained
I'm
in medicine?
trained in that. With a 30, I believe
and
I
a
aid.
23.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are just giving the aids out
Fel-
like
All right,
crazy.
aiding as
so
well.
I've got a +10 to medicine. So what does that give me a total bonus of?
Fel's
Plus
aiding
4?
too, so make sure you get that.
+6.
So 16 with yours, Zach.
Okay, so +16.
No, what?
Oh, what? What?
Oh, yeah. Yep, go ahead. What you got?
Well, I rolled a 2.
So that's an 18 total,
18,
right?
yeah.
Okay. It is a DC 18 medicine check
Holy shit.
to determine that your boy Hashachir is unconscious due to the blue Winnis poison.
Quinnis or Winnis?
Winnis.
I have an antitoxin.
All right, so
Fucking way.
Wow, you got really.
Sorry, I was
but
like,
like-
I'm never gonna fucking use this thing. I've had
I mean-
it since day one.
Yeah, I have 6 of them.
Oh,
Yeah, like
well, fuck me, I
Ampules.
guess.
Oh, yeah, you got those ampules.
Oren got a bunch of them in the med lab, and like he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, and then he looked at them, and he like, it's like he read the ingredients
Yeah.
of the serums. You know, he just grabbed them excited, and then he actually looked at what's in them. He's like, bullshit.
Literally.
It's like looking at the nutrition
exactly how
facts
it
or something
happened,
like
yeah.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So blue Winnis is it's a poison that it just goes down that Constitution poison track, and he's all the way down. So he's in the unconscious state of that. So
Basically, the antitoxin would give you a bonus of 4 to your saving throws against poison for an hour. So, like, how often does Hash get to make a saving throw?
So he gets to make it every 2 rounds. So
Okay.
what you can determine with that medicine check and with, kind of rolling over Fel's engineering check, what was going on with this collar is that it was kind of just pumping a very slow but steady dose of this poison. So you can kind of assess that he'll probably recover with a night's rest. You know what I mean? He'll he'll be able to just he just needs to sleep it off without being injected with it. You know,
This poor guy.
he's had a
He's never
he's had a
healthy.
large dose of this poison, but go ahead.
So basically, whenever we get done searching this hideout, I'm gonna have to tote his ass out of here.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
100% correct.
That's
Very
what,
used to
that's
it. You're
what
a
I'm
big
here
guy.
for.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah.
I bet we can find like a wheelbarrow or something. We put him in.
Yeah, this is salvage yard.
I like chain up the mattress to the cot and make a
A little sledge.
sledge.
All right. So let's talk about loot. Let's go ahead and knock that out.
Yeah, let's do that. I've got a pen and paper ready.
Twist my arm.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, the Dralics have what Dralics have. I mean, you know what they have.
Shadow
right?
Staff.
They have the shadow staves, and they have freebooter armor 1. You know.
Okay.
So there's 3 sets of that. Both those. Okay.
Okay.
The entropy slugs have nothing but gross. So you
Good.
don't want anything.
Expected.
Yep. All right. Skraylen
Uh-huh.
has some stuff.
Got
Some
the cold
good-
pistol.
It's got the Frostbite Class 0 pistol. Okay. It's a pretty good weapon. It does, let's see here.
A shit ton of damage is what Ziva remembers.
Well,
Same.
that's because
Probably
of
like a
its.
D4.
That's because of Skraylen's bonuses, and I also crit.
Yeah, I got critted like a motherfucker.
Right, and the problem what I realized is that I did not trigger it actually has a critical effect, but I took the card, so no harm, no foul. You know, you take the effect or the card, but it does have a critical effect of staggered. So if you do hit, you can stagger your opponent with this frost damage. It does 1d6 damage plus whatever your ranged damage modifier is. Okay. She also has the security chip to the manacles that are binding Hash's wrist and ankles. Okay. She has the tactical maul. That does...
Yeah, tell me about that.
That does 1d8
Oh.
plus your melee damage. It's a bludgeoning weapon, and it has a critical effect of knockdown.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. And then what she's wearing is some Kasatha Microcord Mark II.
Ooh.
That's some good armor, y'all.
Yeah, it is. Ziva needs it.
I mean, and I just bought some graphite
But-
carbon skin.
But you said your AC. Oh, that's because
It's
you're
'cause I'm exhausted.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What is it normally? Is it higher? Is it like 18, 17, somewhere around there?
Yeah, I mean, it needs to
Yeah,
get... Everybody
16
should be...
EAC, 17 KSC.
That's normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. That's still kind of low at this
Well,
level.
that was all
I'm
I could
18,
afford.
19. You know what I mean? I'm 18, 19.
Well, we have it, and
We have
We
it.
can
and
sort it out
we'll,
later.
We'll sort it out. It won't matter right now, right? But just make sure somebody marks it down that it is a Kasatha Microcore 2, and it does already have a Mark 1 thermal capacitator in one of its upgrade slots.
Nice.
Okay. So that's what's on Skraylen. Now you're in this room, which you know to be a little hidden shelter, right?
I want to start the
So-
fuck out of it.
Yeah, I figure. Let's get those perception checks.
Yeah, let's turn this place upside down.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll one of those with my plus 14.
All right, Phil got an 18.
Okay.
25.
Okay.
Mine fell off the table.
Ziva's so
8 plus
tired.
14.
Yeah, Ziva's eyes are literally closing as she's trying to strain it. She's so
15.
tired. Yeah,
She's like falling asleep on the wall.
And you're the only one who doesn't see the foam-lined box that's peeking, that's kind of like pushing up the corner of the mattress on the cot, kind of by Hashcheer's feet. So there's this little box, and inside of it is a Mark II Serum of Healing.
Nice.
And a cred stick loaded with 1,250 credits.
Ooh, very nice.
Let's split that.
And as you open the box, you see on the inside of the box, like kind of attached to the bottom of the top, is a note that reads, in Aklo. Who can read Aklo?
What is Aklo?
It's a language.
Can do a thing.
None of you can speak Aklo?
No,
Hold on,
dude.
champ.
What are you talking
Hold
about?
on.
I mean,
I
that's like a packed world's.
Yeah.
Nobody's been to Akaton in your character's history.
I'm sorry. What are you saying?
Acatonian.
Acatonian and Aklo or whatever.
I think Aklo is the Akatonian.
It is
language.
definitely
That is
not.
inaccurate.
Because
not
Acatonian is the
Acatonian.
Acatonian language.
Yes. 100%. I have built 3 different Yosoki characters.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Put Acatonian on every character I've built for the last 3 years.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Aklo
yeah, so
is the
Aklo
fucked up world.
All right. I stand corrected. Aklo is the language spoken by the inhabitants of Octurne.
Bro.
That is the
Willis,
dominion
Adam,
of the black.
Adam, we'll see you, dude. We'll
Chill.
So I have skilled linguist.
Cunning linguist.
Cunning linguist.
It's skilled linguist.
No.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
It's a
Ooh,
pretty
Emily's
cunning
tired
use of
too.
that,
It's literally your joke.
Yeah, I know. I'm sleeps like. But yes, I can.
What?
Don't question it. You can speak and read a number of bonus languages equal to your ranks in culture. Additionally, when you attempt a culture check to decipher writing, you can forego as a full action for approximately 250 words or fewer.
Yeah, it's a lot fewer than 250 words, I'll tell you that.
So I can attempt a culture check to try and decipher it.
All right, let's get it.
Can we aid? Can I aid? Is that a thing? I don't know. Do you have to have the thing to aid as well? You have to have the feat?
I feel like that this is very specific to her skill set, right?
I mean, I feel you. I'm just also trained in culture and just
Right,
that's something I
exactly.
can help with.
I mean, I
We're
think
just
you
trying to
could
spread
aid in
AIDS.
a lot of culture checks. Jesus Christ. All right, let me get the roll, Emily.
Okay. Huh. A 31?
Oh, okay, yeah. So all that to reveal that the note says the Sardats advance.
Oh, so this is the prepay.
Correct.
See. Okay. And she will tell the crewlet. So apparently this is what the Sardats sent to secure our demise. This is just the first part of the payment. Maybe we pretend that they actually killed us and we can get the other half, huh? She says, jokingly, hoping that the crew will laugh at her joke.
Ha ha ha!
Like, completely fucking silent.
Yeah,
I died.
she's real sleepy, y'all. She's real sleepy. Well, guys, there's also kind of a computer sitting on a desk over there.
What?
Well, get after it.
Guess
then.
what Fell's gonna do?
I
Yep.
punch it.
I'm an aid.
Phil runs
break
up and
it.
I'm
smashes
gonna
it in his
mind
ribs.
thrust it.
Let's see. That
Hold
is
on,
a
hold on. Let me
28.
aid. God
Nope.
damn it.
28.
Okay.
So what are you doing there?
Just checking the computer out, trying to access it.
So with that 28 for computers, I mean, yeah, you pull it up and it calls for, it's got like a lock screen calling for a password, but it says passphrase instead of password.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hack that.
All right, let me.
Never mind. Yeah.
What?
No, maybe you should do like a remote hack because this shit might explode.
That's a good call,
That's
man.
kind, come on.
Everybody, step back a little bit. I'm gonna try something.
All right,
out.
if you
I'm
say
just
so.
saying.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a little
We just
paranoid.
had an experience with this like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
True,
So Fel takes a step back and
Good job, John.
puts one. Yeah. Thank you.
That's an inspiration worthy.
I can't move my token, but Ziva moves up the stairs because we have 4 hit points left, so.
Okay, so you're moving out of the room.
Yeah. Everybody back up. Like way up.
All right, fine. Orin will get on the stairs.
Fel's getting to where he has
Back
line
the
of sight on the
fuck
thing,
up.
and that's about it.
Okay, all right.
So, remote hack.
I'm gonna feel silly if nothing happens.
Don't worry about Hashir. He's fine.
Oh, he's
Totally
Fel.
fine.
His token is not fucking there.
I'll tote his ass up the stairs.
Made it through worse.
That was a 32 on the computer.
Okay,
check.
yeah. That's a solid hack. Okay, so with that, you kind of have full access to this computer, and you see a drive, like a file folder. So, yeah, as you're looking through these videos, you see several grainy files of y'all going about your business on Outpost Z. There's video of Fel
Oh God, sex
and
tape.
no. Fel and Halfred's date. There's video of all the fights with Mike.
Well, yeah, I mean, you'd want to have those.
There's video of Mike training in Hashishir Space Dock. There's video of Orin floating in space. There's video of Fel sleeping on the ship, snoring his ass off.
Oh, come on.
Can we see the perspective of the
sound?
camera? Can we
Yeah,
we identify
yeah.
where it is?
Mm-hmm.
Make a fucking quick mental note of that.
Yeah, where does
Right.
it seem like it's coming from? Our
Well,
ship?
so you see several videos from every major room on your ship, every major wing and compartment of your ship.
Because Reptoid Hash has been
Mm-hmm.
working on
Yep.
our shit. Well, Fel, you got a busy day. You got a busy day ahead of you tomorrow, Fel.
Yeah, Fel's, as he's watching this, he's like, oh, God damn it. I knew I should have checked closer, but
Sneaky little
Is
bastards.
there anyone
My
that's
privacy.
Okay, so and you also see the dossiers on you that Zolan Ulavestra.
Yeah, right.
He sent these digitally to Skraylin. So this is the first time your characters are knowing that this is that the Sardat has this information on you. I know we did the flashback, but your characters didn't know that. And so you're seeing your files. And, I imagine, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I imagine that Fel and Zeno are kind of hovering over this computer together.
Oh, just
right?
poring over this data.
Right. So, I think you guys are kind of right there. And, you see things that you would expect in the dossier. Everybody sees that Orin used to work for Abadar Company. That comes up on the screen. Abadar Corp, right? Everybody sees that Mike used to be a mercenary for the Gardeners. Everybody sees that Ziva is the madam of the Pools of Paradise. There's information on the APA. There's information on Tiffany.
Those bastards.
You done crossed the motherfucking line.
There's information on Fel being a mechanic on the space dock in Verces, and records of him being terminated.
Skydock.
There's records of him. What?
Skydock.
Skydock, thank you. There's records of him taking the contract with Sedona. There's records of all of you taking contracts with Sedona. There's Zeno's record pops up on the screen. And this one's highlighted. But there's like parts of it that are blocked out. Like redacted. Yeah. But there's a note, there's an editor's note, if you will, from Zolan that says, "We need the android. Dead or alive, keep his body intact."
Can I see this? Can Orin read that?
Yeah, it's coming up on the screen. I assume you guys are all kind of like...
When it didn't
Crowded.
explode, we went back in.
Almost kind of like it booms onto a projection, you know.
Yeah,
it's like a big
screen.
Yeah.
It's a big computer, you know. It's got like a full monitor kind of setup.
So Orange is going to say, Zeno, you want to explain why they want you so bad?
If I had answers, trust me, I would have divulged them some time ago. I cannot pass this.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Oh, damn.
And just kind of a quick look over to Mike. What does that mean?
You know what it fucking means.
All right, we don't have time for this bullshit. Listen, I need some answers. What does any of this mean? What were you talking about, Zeno? How can you not know what they want from you?
Look, all I can tell you is that my experiments trying to find this Rune Drive is all I know that they would want. But that is it.
Sense motive.
All right, roll it.
Ooh, yeah, I want a sense motive as well. Or can I aid in Ziva's?
You can do either or, but you can't do both.
I'll aid Ziva's with a 29, so that'll get it.
Okay, so Ziva pulled out her actual dice, so we're going to do that now.
There you go.
So, with the aid, it's going to be a 24.
24.
Sorry, it's a DC of 50.
You. No, you actually, I mean, you could, it's hard to read an android, right?
Mm.
Just at its core. However, it truly seems to you and Orin that Zeno doesn't know why the focus is on him. He truly is saying you believe that he's giving you his best possible hypothesis, that it has something to do with his studies of drift technology, because that's the only thing that logically makes sense with this connection to the Rune Drive, which is so important to the Sardot. But other than that, he doesn't know. He doesn't know how he factors into that. You can sense that he's not trying to hide any truths from you.
Okay.
And remember, he also, as an android, has a -2 to any bluff checks.
Correct.
Like, so you can feel pretty secure in that.
Okay.
It's only because Mike's an idiot that he was able to lie to him for 8 years.
Did he ever lie, though?
No, it withheld information. That's
I withheld,
slightly
I
different.
omitted.
Slightly
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Right. All right. There's one final folder on there, and you see it just says S2S.
Okay.
That's the name of the folder.
Like S, the number 2S?
Yeah.
Sierra 2 Sierra?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this his something too sexy folder?
Yes. It's the porn
I don't know.
folder.
Tentacle porn folder, we found it.
Yes.
Open it and find out.
Xena cracks
Too sexy
It's a
for
risky
your bounty.
click.
Too sexy
It's a
for
risky
your
click.
bounty.
Ziva cracks her knuckles and she says, "I'll take care of this."
Okay. So
Dive right in.
you open that folder and you see a couple videos that show a series of interactions between Skraylen and the Sardat. And it basically lays out their agreement. The Sardat tells Skraylen that he's too busy to deal with y'all himself, And so he offers Skrelin a small fortune to take care of his friends from the Pact Worlds. He goes on to say that he will advance her any funds she might require for supplies before he leaves Aurelos for some important political business on New Thespera. But he sternly warns Skrelin that he wants this job done before he returns to Aurelos, or else. Everybody roll a culture check, those that have culture.
What is culture?
I am a cultured swine.
I have culture.
Yeah.
Decent culture.
25.
19.
19.
It's gonna be a
Nat
15.
20
Ooh.
for a 32 total.
Just flexing. Just flexing.
Okay. You know that New Thespera is the heart of the Aslanti Star Empire. It's the capital, right? And so what you glean from this is that Zolan was at Aurelos, which is where this transmission came from, right? So the source of this transmission, and that he's left Aurelos currently to go handle some business in the capital of the Aslanti Star Empire. However, at some point he's planning on returning. Let me get a computer's check from Fel and Zeno.
Okay. You want to just aid me, bud?
Yeah, sure.
No, I want one
Separate.
each.
One
from
each,
you guys.
okay.
Yep.
29.
Mm-hmm.
31.
Ooh.
Okay.
Burr, 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 burr.
All right, the two of you working together can trace the origins of this message to get the coordinates for Aurelos.
Yes.
Nice.
You also, as you're searching the infosphere, as you look at these coordinates and the information that is attached to it, you discover that Sardat Zolan Yulvestra has purchased an asteroid in this system several years ago and registered this asteroid under the name of Aurelos.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
An asteroid. Okay.
An
Then you take the video and download it to your personal unit. So you now have all this information at your disposal.
Beep, beep, beep. Adam, you gonna send that to us in a spreadsheet?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so that's a pretty big find. But now we're gonna. The thing is, the way you guys handled this dungeon or map or whatever is that you guys rushed in, fought everybody, and ended up starting your exploration in the main room. So the rest of the treasure is going to be less and less awesome as you explore your way out of here. But let's continue.
Okay.
That's kind of a recurring theme for us.
Yeah.
Rush
Yeah.
in, fuck up, draw all the baddies. Yeah.
Survive.
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 At least we're of,
I love you
at least
so
we're
much.
of one mind, you know?
Yeah, dude.
We run on pure gumption.
Yeah, that's right. Hardtack and nails, all I eat.
Same.
All right, so what do you want to do now?
There's
Give me the loot.
nothing else in this room, right? So before we start moving everybody, Ziva will take the shackles and everything off of Oh Boy.
So I turn around so you can face him across my
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah. So she's going to take the collar and the shackles and keep those.
Of course she is.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah,
They
she,
could come in
Yeah.
handy for
Yeah.
things.
for things and stuff, right?
For stuff and things.
For S2S parties.
Yup. Or
Okay. Well, so you keep those. You got everything. That's all there is. Mike's got Hash kind of slung over his shoulder, taking care of him. Soon you guys can move back up to the scrapyard, yes?
Yo.
Correct.
So I'll move you guys all back in the map. Still avoid those slug trails as you're going through here because they're still there for sure.
Too merciful.
Let me get Hash on the map. Here we go. Okay. So, let me get you a real nice description of this.
Shithole.
So this is, mountains of refuse are piled high against the 20-foot high walls of this vault-like chamber. Garbage, abandoned electronics, and even rusted vehicles poke out from the refuse mounds like hapless souls mired in quicksand. At the yard's less cluttered center, several barrels and crates offer a place to toss useful treasures picked from the otherwise worthless rubbish heaps. So, in here, let me get some perception checks.
On it.
Okay.
2.
Oh, that's a 20.
Nat 20. Nat 20 as
20.
well.
You too, Zach? You too, buddy?
I got one too, dude.
I did too.
17 ain't gonna get it.
3 Nat 20s on perception checks.
So that's
Nice.
gonna be 30.
All of the treasure. Give us extra treasure, Adam.
So you guys really, really find it all. You really, really find it. And
So, are we Hufflepuffs or all of us Hufflepuffs?
We find the shit
I'm
out of
a
that treasure.
finder.
I'm a great
so in the barrel in the center of the scrapyard, you kind of pop it open and you find 3 gear clamps and a fully loaded bonding epoxy dispenser in the barrel. And then as you guys continue to sift through the junk, you uncover a tarnished Mark I Mind Link circlet.
Ooh, that's
Oh.
cool.
Oh, it certainly sounds cool.
Mind link.
That Mind
circuit.
Link is a thing that I'm going to be getting very soon, I think.
So a Mind Link circlet Mark I is you can telepathically communicate with any creatures within 30 feet with which you share a language. So this is like not the limited, like you can actually have a conversation telepathically
Yeah.
with any creature that you share a language. Level 2 item worth 1,600, well, sell value at 160, but that's
Dude,
what
they
you find.
they kill you on that markup.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, I may want that. I may want to roll on that Mind Link circlet.
Everybody else want the Mind Link circlet?
Nope.
All right, looks like you got the straight need draw on this,
Yeah.
Zach.
Okay.
Put you a Mind Link circlet Mark I on your sheet. You got it.
Now, Ziva and Orin can have private brain conversations about everybody else.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I get this as a mystic ability, where I can attune to the party, and we can all have telepathic conversations one way. I
Right,
think.
but then you can use this to interact with any NPCs.
Correct.
telepathically.
Yeah.
All right, so that's this room. Where would you guys like to go next? Now, there's the doors that you came through, the garage doors. However, you know that Skraylin kind of came from the southeast in this direction, so that there must be some other way into this scrapyard.
Yeah, we're gonna explore that.
Let's go on over there.
All right, it doesn't matter. We'll just take you in this group. In fact, what I'm going to do, All right, so you guys just move in. I'll move everybody into the next room. There's a little door to your right there, Felino.
Check out my traps.
That opens into a water closet. It's just a little bathroom.
So,
Okay.
wait. She
This right here. Right
A
here.
wash closet, not water
she came in
closet.
through the shitter?
No, she came in through the door you're going through now. That's to the south.
She came in through the bathroom window.
But like,
God.
gosh.
Shitter's full.
Shitter's full. All right. So here we go. You are now in. Oh man, I gotta go back. So you're now in the workshop. You see this cramped but well organized workshop sprawling throughout this irregularly shaped area.
Drunk.
Irregularly. It's a damn oregano.
Yeah.
An oregano shape.
Thanks, guys. I feel super awesome now. So there's this set of stairs that ascends to a plastic curtain that you see right here to the west, right? So it kind of goes up to a little catwalk that goes out about 10 feet up into this little plastic curtain, like those curtains that are in between walk-ins. No.
Oh, like a flappy. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If it was a shower curtain, it was gonna be like tacky. Sorry. So.
And there is a door also that kind of leads out kind of around this weird corner. So this is a really weird shaped room, almost like a backwards J shaped room.
Almost like it's an irregularly shaped room.
Thank you. Really appreciate that assistance. I feel like you gave. I feel like you gave
it's called
me
an
AIDS.
aid. Yeah. Okay.
All the aids for you, man.
Oh, awesome. So, all right. So, just in this room, you could basically put together, looking at all the tools, you could put together an armor crafter engineering specialty toolkit, which I believe you already have since Mike has been creating armor already. But you could sell it. You can make enough to put together an armor crafter engineering specialty toolkit from the tools in here. Fella, you see this door, that kind of small little door tucked away in this corner. What you want to do?
I want to check out the door. Is it check for traps first and foremost?
Sure, perception.
It's a plus 10.
Okay. What'd you roll?
Oh, I thought you just asked what my perception was. 26.
26. Yeah, there's no traps.
Okay.
So you can kind of just press the little trigger and the door slides open, and you see a sleeping area. A couple of bunk beds along the eastern wall. Provides what looks like to be a comfortable resting place. And opposite of each bed is a set of lockers that looks like might hold personal effects.
Okay, I want to loot them lockers.
Okay.
Check for traps.
After checking the traps.
Yeah, okay. Roll a perception.
28.
28, yeah. Okay, so you don't find any traps, but as you're looking through the lockers, you see that the one with Skraelin's name, kind of in the little nameplate on the locker, has a false back.
Ooh.
And it's hiding a little niche containing a black cube that's wrapped in a black bag, right? So you can kind of just see this black cube shape poking out of this is wrapped up.
Well, that's
And,
not
like,
ominous
think-
at all.
Found the rune
think
drive.
about,
back at
Don't
home.
touch that.
Think of-
That's the proto-molecule.
Think about like a Crown Royal bag, right? But you got this square shape in it.
Give it to Zeno. He likes cubes.
I do like cubes.
It's not Black 13, is it? I know that was a sphere, but...
I love that, though.
I appreciate that you
But-
made that reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fuck you because you haven't finished reading the book. So
Also that.
I don't care. I've read enough to be able to make that reference.
I don't know what any of that means.
Well,
all right.
get
So,
out
anyways,
here.
that's what you.
No, just I'm just saying, like a little small object like that tucked away in a
Yeah.
bag and behind a
We-
false door
we love it.
really gets that vibe.
We love it.
Definitely so. Definitely so. So what do you do with that?
I'm just gonna, I guess, I don't even know if I want to open it here.
I mean, you're by yourself in this room. You might want to at least rejoin your group, right?
Yeah, well, I want to check the other locker too.
There's nothing in the other locker.
Okay. Then yeah,
I mean, other than like a jumpsuit and like some boots, but nothing of any value.
check the table, check under the beds, flip the mattresses.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So yeah, Fel's gonna go back out, holding the cube in the bag, and just so I found this in a false, like a false back wall.
What is it?
It's a cube of some sort inside a bag. Like I don't know. I don't know if I even want to open it here.
Oren, do you have any kind of means of detecting whether or not this might be magical?
Roll geometry.
Yeah, you bet your ass I do. And Orin will detect magic.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it definitely has, I guess it would be enchantment magic on it. Or then a little transmutation, maybe.
Yeah, this is some complicated magic on this thing. Beyond
Zeno,
my scope.
You definitely, I mean, it's something that certainly piques your interest. I mean,
Yeah,
you don't feel like any supernatural draw to it or anything, but just like the shape of it and the type of bag, it's like in this very shiny, almost silicon bag, right?
Maybe. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Felno. Let me see that.
Yeah, sure, here. And he just kind of casually tosses it to him.
After you just heard that it had magic coming from it, you just toss it? I'm sorry.
Look, Fel doesn't know shit
That's
about
the thing
magic.
that Fel would do, though, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that was
Fair.
very in
That's
character
fair.
of you, Josh.
Okay.
Taking inspiration.
Thank you, Zach. Zach, you're a gracious GM. I really
I
appreciate
try
you,
to be, man. I try to be.
And what Zeno is going to do is he has an ability. It's a magic hack. It's called Magic Negation. What you see is him just kind of close his eyes, and as you see the circuitry just kind of dim, brighten, and he just kind of channels into it, holding the bag, and that point, you can't see it, but those that can detect magic can notice that the magic is kind of dampening.
Okay, so you're
Can I roll
holding
a mysticism?
All right, well, hold on. So you're holding this while you do this, right? Have you pulled it out of the bag?
No, I'm holding the bag I'm holding the bag.
All right. So yeah, you do see the magic seem to be a little bit suppressed. You know, is that Orin is doing the detect magic, right? So like as you're detecting it, you see Fel kind of toss it. It's got this big glow to it. And then it lands in Zeno's hand, and Zeno just kind of focuses on it, and you see the magic get really dampened, kind of reduced to a small little pinprick in the center of the bag. The actual physical shape of the bag doesn't change, but the aura of the magic definitely gets diminished. So what do you do now, Zeno?
Steal my resolve. I'll look at everybody. So it was nice knowing you. No. We'll see it. No, okay.
Well, maybe now that it's not so magical, we take it back to the large room and maybe unwrap it with.
No. Gonna be ballsy here.
Okay.
All right, and he's just
Zeno
gonna
takes a step back.
and he's just gonna kind of hold it from the bottom and just kind of like hold it from the bottom, and he's just going
Oh,
to.
yeah?
Hold it from the bottom.
Put it from the bottom?
And he's going to unwrap it from the top and just kind of still holding it. And,
Holding it from the bottom.
Yeah.
Zeno
And
moves behind Fail.
So basically it's revealed, but his hand is still not touching it because it's a bag. But
All right, so you unstring the bag and kind of like gently pull the bag away from it.
Undrape it,
Careful not, right, being
As he
careful
holds
not
it from
to
the
touch it.
and I'm going
It's-
to perform a physical science on it.
Okay.
For a 29.
Okay, so what you can sense from it is that it's giving off this very cold, frigid vibe.
A mysticism, will that do anything? Can I do a mysticism?
I mean, it's not going to give you any more than
okay.
what
All
your
right.
detect
That's
magic
all,
is
all
like.
right, thank you. That's all I needed to know,
right.
like, for real.
Yeah.
That's all. I just wanted to make sure we were getting all the information we could.
Okay.
I think you're just gonna have to like go kamikaze and just touch that bad boy, John.
That's pretty much where this is leading. Yeah, logical conclusion.
It's in your hands, so I'll volunteer you.
Jam it in your eye socket.
My life is in my hands.
He's just about to finger a fucking tesseract. That's fine.
It's got 3 holes. I'm going to just no. Yeah, I'm going to.
You're going to touch it.
Yes.
You're going to touch it.
Yes.
Zeno touches.
I'm going to just look at everybody and just touch it. Just.
All right. So you've diminished the magic of this cube, and. As you're looking at it, bringing your hand towards it, you see it's this very, very glossy black. It's almost looking into infinity. You know what I mean? It's like reflective without reflecting.
Totally
anything.
Black 13.
Yeah, exactly. Josh was right on with that. However, when you touch it, you between your physical science check and this detect magic and you diminishing the magic, you figure out what this thing is supposed to do. So when you touch it, there's small, like little circuits just beneath the black surface that connect to your nervous system and give you a psychic hallucination that's meant to come off as a vision of what appears to be the heat death of the universe. While a faked voice whispers, but because of how you've approached this, you basically realize that it's almost like trick box. You know what I mean? And there's a powerful magical energy that makes this feel real to somebody who touches it, but it's really just a scientifically induced hallucination.
Don't listen to them, Zeno. They're nihilists. These men are cowards.
However, as you make that realization, Zeno's mind drifts back. We need some doodly.
So bad.
The best part.
It's so much fun. Okay. The black reaches of space fill our vision as we drift back into memory. We float through the infinite vastness of the galaxies, and we eventually see a drift beacon come into focus. This cosmic buoy looms in its coordinates, its dulled look counter to the grand purpose that it serves. As we get closer to the beacon, we can make out a humanoid figure in a single-seat starcraft, both tethered to the device. The sparks of tools light up the humanoid's face, and we see Xenophanes 5 as he is making repairs and maintenance to his drift beacon. Whistling some math rock to himself, Zeno is blithely tuning up some of the communication relays and replacing parts of the signal emitter. Zeno continues his lonesome work, as usual, until there is a sudden shudder from the drift beacon. The vibrations cascade along both Zeno's tether and the tether of his shuttle, and Zeno grips his line tightly in panic. But both connections hold, and the drift beacon goes still again. The android frantically checks all the bypasses to make sure that this drift beacon is deactivated. For working on an active drift beacon is extremely dangerous. If it is activated while you are in the vicinity, you could be the piece of matter that is dragged into the drift. Zeno has always been meticulous about this process, and he is sure that he had turned the beacon off, but he checks again. Yes, everything is as it should be. And as Zeno 5 tries to breathe a sigh of relief, the beacon shudders again, more violent, and this time its vibrations don't stop. As the drift beacon violently shakes, Zeno can feel the shift in gravity, the change in temperature. A rip into the drift is being created, but the android can't see how. He slams the emergency shutoff button, but the drift beacon still rumbles, and Zeno's tether breaks. As the force begins to spin Zeno around, the android turns in space and sees a purple light in the distance, approaching fast. Zeno's circuits flare up in panic, but the android pulls himself together and begins to assess his situation. He is not moving fast, and as he rotates around, he sees that his trajectory will bring him within reach of the ship's tether. He begins to calculate the course and quickly starts breathing short, precise, controlled breaths to guide him to the tether. As he continues to rotate, he turns around again to see the drift beacon, vibrating so violently that pieces begin to shoot off of the device. Zeno watches helplessly as a stray bolt flies directly at him, striking him in the stomach with enough force to send him spiraling off course of the ship's tether. Spinning faster now, Zeno's vision is a cycle of views: the vibrating drift beacon, the encroaching purple light, the shuddering beacon, parts flying off of it, and then the purple light growing into a wave. The drift beacon strains as it seems to be drawing the purple light towards it, and then Zeno spins again and the purple light seems to fill up his entire field of vision. And then he's spun around again, and the beacon groans as the pressure of gravity strains its harness, and Zeno can see the purple light reflecting off the metal. Spinning, and then thump! Another piece of metal hits Zeno, miraculously setting him on course. As he spins so fast he can barely focus on the ship's tether. Zeno 5, with all his focus, makes one desperate grab at where he predicts the tether will be on his next rotation, and the hard fibers fill his hand as he closes his fist around it. The android nearly suffers whiplash at the sudden stop of spinning, and Zeno has just enough time to steady himself to see the purple light envelop him, as it appears that the drift beacon is actually siphoning the light out of the universe. And then Zeno's vision goes completely violet. As his vision clears, Zeno sees an impossible sight. He is holding on to the tether, but the ship is gone. The tether is still taut and firmly connected to the drift beacon, which Zeno sees is still there, but the other end of the tether just seems to disappear into a cloud of purple. Zeno looks around, sees that everything about him is shaded in purple, indigo, and violet, as if he is in some giant cosmic cloud. Overwhelmed and terrified, Zeno just holds onto the lifeline with a white-knuckled grip. Everything is silent. The drift beacon is still. Then, a small section of purple cloud begins to swirl, moving in a disorienting spiral. A part of the indigo infinity opens. A blurry scene begins to take shape in this portal? Zeno can't make out any details, but sees the shape of several figures moving in what looks like panic, or maybe even conflict. He can hear the sounds of distress and worry, but the words are too garbled with some sort of static of interference. One of the figures moves closer to this window in the clouds, and Zeno is horrified as a person with no face peers through the gap directly into the android's eyes. This figure tentatively places his hand on their side of the window, and then, after a few moments, thrusts their arm through. Zeno looks on in terror as the hand and arm come through, unable to move, paralyzed with the fear of being lost in this purple nightmare forever. The android watches as the arm flexes against what Zeno can only assess is pain, judging by the garbled screams coming from the other side. The interloper's arm is fully outstretched now, mere inches from Zeno's face. The arm then begins to break down as if being disintegrated. First the fingers turn into particles, and then the wrist, and then the elbow. Yet the dust created remains and begins to form into a tighter cloud. The figure on the other side of the window pulls back what remains of their arm and then leans in as close as they can to the window, yelling something to Zeno that he can't quite make out. The cloud of arm molecules begins to buzz and light up with electricity and then reform into what Zeno can only describe as nanobots. The figure on the other side of the window continues to shout desperately, but Zeno can't understand. Zeno tunes all his sensors to his auditory inputs and strains against his fear to hear.
No.
afraid of us. Your drift. Take them. Zeno, confused, scared, and uncertain, looks to the terrifying figure in the cloud of nanobots and extends his hand. The nanobot cloud immediately responds to the sign of acceptance and surges into Zeno, filling the android with crackling energy as his body lurches in the vast of purple. The window closes as it sucks in all of the purple clouds with it, leaving Zeno 5 floating in black space once more, clinging desperately to the tether that connects his shuttle to the now still drift beacon.
What the doodly-doo?
Doodly-doodly-doo.
Doodly-doo what?
And we'll fucking see you.
There it was.
I mean,
Yeah. There it goes. There it goes.
Gotta process some shit.
Right?
Fucking space Slender Man, nanobot.
Everybody rewind and listen to that again. Because you're gonna like this. It's gonna be important, but I don't know how.
I gotta take some notes.
That was a doozy.
This episode has been sponsored by Roll20. This is how we roll.